Hey, it's me again, HTG Brian, back with some more LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. This is Level 3, Better Call Maul, free play. We are going to get all of the Kyber bricks available, so all 6. We're going to hit that true Jedi status of 70k, and we're also going to get 5 Minikits and all 3 challenges. However, there is a little bit of a catch. Now, I do want to remind you guys that we do have quick links down below in the video description. Thumbie's going to remind us of that in just a hot second here. But the reason I'm bringing that up is because there is a couple of these free play levels that have some time challenges. Now, looking back, I probably should have done the time challenges in the story, but we were just trying to avoid all of those and keep them for free play. So now that we are in free play and we avoided some of those time challenges, there may be a level or 2 that you are going to have to sadly play twice. Now, it's quite possible you guys got this 10-minute requirement for this level in the story, and you won't have to, but just keep in mind that we're going to play through, get all the Minikits and all the challenges for Better Call Maul free play, and then we're going to return and get the first challenge, which is defeat Darth Maul in less than 10 minutes. So this video is extremely long, and, considering that most of the free play levels are short. That being said, let's go ahead and jump right in. All non-essential gameplay and cutscenes have been removed, and in the future, we might even speed some of these videos up ever so slightly. Now, because LEGO has offered the super sprint or super speed upgrades for the core characters, I'm not sure we're going to need to speed videos up, but we will always remove those cutscenes and, of course, any non-essential gameplay. So, we begin fighting in a saber battle with Maul, just like we did in the story. As soon as we knock his block off or depleted that meter the first time, he's going to run off, and when he does that, we're going to turn around and duck into that alcove. In fact, you can see the Minikit right in the top left side of your screen right now. It's kind of off to the side, funny angle. But anyways, we're going to turn around and retreat and go back and collect that Minikit. Now, there is a challenge for yeeting these bots off the bridge here. We're going to do that too. We'll get to that in a hot second. First, we're going to turn around and go back and use the Force on these 2 panels. And these panels are going to allow us access to get up high. So go ahead and press the icon indicated and press the up button. So circle and up for us. Go ahead and double jump up to the first and the second. And last but not least, the third. Boy, I almost missed that. Woo to the who. Got ourselves a Minikit. Next up is that challenge, Forced Out. This actually requires us to push 5 droids over the walkway. Now, I want to remind you guys again, as I am grabbing these guys with the Force and throwing them off, that some of these challenges are going to be in a different order than what the game presents them. So this is our first challenge for this level. However, it's actually labeled as challenge number 2 in the game menus. Now, I know that's a little confusing, but we figured it would make more sense for us to count the challenges as we got them and then label them with the name so you can track them. So we've yeeted, I think we had to push like 6 or 7 guys off there before it finally counted. I got a little sidetracked here too. I'm like, what is this grapple plug here for? So I'm going to toggle over to a grappler and rip it off. And this is actually good for studdage too. If you're finding yourself maybe a little bit short on studs, which you probably won't, but in the case you do, you can always, get a pure grapple to get that extra Snapple. No, I'm just kidding. The studdage. All right, we're going to go ahead and continue to follow Maul down and around here. He's going to hop on an elevator and peace out on us. We're going to follow him, but before we do, we're going to take out some droidkas and then grab the first of 5 cleaning droids. Apparently, they're a little bit of a messy issue around here. The bots are leaving some stuff behind or something, because we got some cleaners, and we got a little band out there, too. And I yeeted some sabers out there just to get some studs. As you can see, my multiplier's up. I had a ×3 going, and it was worth it to grab a few extras. And I think we're about ready to hit the blue status, but yep, there we go. Here is the first of 5 cleaning bots. Now, it is important to note that you can hit it once and destroy it, but it might not be fully destroyed. So make sure that you're getting the credit for it. Some of those, again, may take 2 or 3 swings or blaster shots. Whatever the case is, make sure you destroy it all the way and get that counter rang off. As you saw, we got 1 of 5. We do have quick links down below in the video description. In fact, we should have 5 separate links for that one Minikit itself. and that should help you get through in case you're maybe missing one of those guys. Meanwhile, we're going to actually have another saber battle right here on the bridge. This is the one that requires us to swap out characters as soon as he starts swinging that saber around in sort of a fan-like motion. He sort of blows us back with it, which is okay. We can go ahead and toggle over and give him the old cha-cha-cha-cha. Once we get done with this, we're actually going to continue following him all the way around. And he actually drops us down below, and then we got to make our way back up again. So it's kind of a upsy-downsy type of level. Now, again, this one is a lot longer than we expect most of these to be, but those quick links should help you navigate to what you need if you're in a hurry or potentially missed something. We always recommend that. Like, if you go through the level and you feel like you did everything, but maybe you're missing a challenge or a mini kit, those quick links are just absolutely glorious as far as jumping through the level and finding the exact moments you need. Now, I got a little confused here, and I was like, which way do I go? Which way do I go? I felt like I was missing one of the cleaning droids, but it turns out I am not. So, hippa to the hoppa all the way across the toppa. Once we get to the end here, we've got some more bots, and of course, Maul runs off again. I do want to note, too, that I love the sort of reference to Better Call Saul for this level, Better Call Maul. If you haven't watched the show, it's a fairly adult-like show, but it's pretty good. We are caught up. We're in Season 6, which is actively releasing right now. A couple episodes have been out. It is a crazy show and sort of the prequel to the Breaking Bad stuff, or not necessarily prequel, but a side story that goes up to that awesome show, too. I mean, Breaking Bad's pretty sweet as well. All right, so Maul throws a couple of, I guess they're like ramps that we can hop onto. We already took out the cleaning bot on the left side, so no need to worry or go that way. So take a right. We're going to go ahead and take out some bots and place the old fuse into the elevator. Once it's in place, go ahead and press the icon indicated. For us, it's Sweekle. We'll hit that, and up we go. Once we get up here, you're going to notice that there is a waypoint marker we can follow. And there's also, what is that over there? Is that another cleaning bot? Why am I running away from it? Well, the reason is there's one over here all by its lonesome self, and it made more sense for us to go swoop this guy up and then come back and grab that one as well as the one on the far right side, because there's another mini kit on the opposite end. So I actually botched a recording. I made a run and missed a mini kit. I got so caught up in the next challenge that we do that I actually forgot the mini kit. And I also got these out of order. So it was kind of a good thing I messed up, because this way I didn't have to like confuse you guys more than I need to with the quick links. All 5 of these are in order, which I always try to do, but it doesn't always work out that way. Now, this one's a little bit further off, and I recommend toggling over to a blaster character. And you can see I knocked it on its back, but I didn't get the credit until I actually exploded it. So we use the right or left on the directional pad to toggle to a character with the blaster, selected him, and collected our mini kit. Now, off in this corner over here, there is a bunch of stuff. It looks just like everything else in this level, but this actually reveals some bouncing blocks that we can build into some switches. This is pretty crazy, though. I want to note that as we were doing this, we also got the True Jedi. But this was crazy. I wasn't sure what to do. In our guide, big shout out to Tyler P. He figured this out on his own. You're going to need to switch to a protocol droid and then snap yourself in half and step on, well, 1 button per half. Then you're going to need to use the character select, then press up to get to all characters. So press right on the D-pad and then up. Then you're going to have to select protocol droid. So probably have to scroll over to the left and then down to protocols. We use the triangle button to go ahead and toggle to a different version of C-3PO here. As you might notice, if you selected the same one, it might just toggle you back and forth. So make sure you get different ones. Press all 4 buttons and ride the ramp up, and woo to the who. We got a mini kit, and hopefully you did too. Go ahead and reassemble there. Johnny 5-It, no disassemble. And make your way back with the GPS waypoint marker. And we're going to go ahead and take out the old snipers and then follow Maul down below. And once we do, we actually have access to a really weird challenge. Now, I think Tyler cheesed this, and we were supposed to do this in a different order, but the good news is it doesn't matter how we do it, and it still works to complete the challenge. So we're going to drop down and deplete another meter, and he's going to run off into those sort of laser wall, I guess, what do we call them? What do we call those? I mean, really, they're just laser barriers, so maybe that's good enough. Whatever. Go ahead, like I said, depleted the meter. He's going to actually want to lock up. You're going to have to fill this up. Once you do, he's going to take off and run to those barriers. Okay, well, he might do another attack or two, but eventually he takes off. I promise. And once he does, we're not going to follow him. We're actually going to turn around and use the Force. I missed what I was looking for there. We've got these boxes kind of hanging out. You need to make yourself a little makeshift bridge. That's right, make a makeshift bridge. Drop them into the electric field here, and then what we're going to do is just simply run across them or jump across them and get to the other side. Now, once you get there, you'll probably realize the challenge doesn't ring off. But once we turn around, we can drop it like it's hot, and guess what? Woo to the who! Challenge number 2. Ha ha ha! Tricky stuff. Good job, Tyler P. Now you're going to want to do yourself a ground pound or butt slam, as we like to say, and toggle over to somebody who can get their grapple on, because that butt slam should reveal a grapple point. Once you do it, rips up a Minikit, and whoop, we'll go ahead and swoop. Now, we're going to toggle back over to somebody with a lightsaber, just because we like having a saber for these battles, because I don't think you can really gain much ground with a blaster. I was using Han in one of my botched runs, and it was like 1, 1, 1 every time I landed one, but he was blocking most of them, so I wasn't even doing much damage anyway, so saber recommended. All right, as we go through these laser barriers, aha, I feel like that's a pretty decent labeling for them. We'll go ahead and pick up the fuses. Drop the red in the red and the yellow in the yellow. And let's see here. I think I toggle over to somebody else. Nah. Actually, what I wanted to do, I was trying to pull up Liam Neeson, a.k.a. Qui-Gon, because he makes a comment that he's got a special set of skills. Now, you've probably seen the movie. That has not... I don't think he actually says that in any of the Star Wars stuff. And if he does, it's, again, homage to his own movie series that he's done called Taken, which is a really unfortunate set of movies, really, as far as the plot goes. But they are exciting and thrilling. And sadly, things like that happen in our real life. So, not in my real life, but in our world, I should say. All right, we've officially solved this puzzle. We got the red and the red, the blue and the blue. In fact, we had to put the blue on the left in order to access the green. Now, we covered that in story, but just in case you didn't watch it or you maybe forgot, that is how you get through there. Now, the last Minikit is actually just hanging out over here on the ledge, so drop down to those orange handhelds and collect it. And guess what? That's officially it for the collectibles, minus one of the challenges. And again, that is for defeating Darth Maul in less than 10 minutes. Now, don't worry. As we can see here, we've got Darth Maul's skimmer. I'm not sure. I think I might have said that right. Hopefully I did. But we go ahead and unlock that. It'll show us again at the final totals once we get done. We've almost depleted that meter. It's going to take us right into those final totals back on Hoth. And then we're going to load right back in and do another run and complete Darth Maul's battle under 10 minutes, or in under 10 minutes. So here we go. Back on Hoth. Again, all cutscenes have been removed to help speed up the process of our videos. I know that sadly you cannot skip them. At least so far I have not been able to. Now, if you return for a second go, which we're about to do, we might find out that we can. But so far it has not worked out. But we'll go ahead and cover these totals now just in case you already got that other challenge or maybe don't want to watch the rest of the video. But check it out. We got that purple stud status, which was only 70,000 studs. We got way more than that. Again, we got 2 of the 3 challenges, and that was intentional. We knew that we weren't going to be able to get all of those and like all the kits and the challenges and defeat him in 10 minutes or less, so we broke them up. And again, my bad. Had we have known that this was going to be like this for these time challenges, we would have really focused on knocking those out in story, but we have such a strict formula of keeping all the collectibles for free play that we opted to separate them. So as you've probably noticed in our story series, we got to the last 10 levels or so, we started knocking off some challenges that we thought might be problematic later for free play based on recommendations from our guide writers. But you can see here, we're going to go ahead and load right back into the free play and get that 10 minutes or less. In fact, I've even thrown a fancy timer on the screen to go ahead and give you an idea of how long it actually takes me. I know we can all add and subtract, and we could have like decided, okay, the video started in at this point and it ends at this, but why not just throw a timer on it, right? So my best advice to get through this, and I don't think you'll have much trouble getting through this in 10 minutes or less, but it's essentially a speed run. So you're going to want to try to attack as aggressively as possible when fighting Darth Maul, but you're also going to want to run and bypass as much of the extra parts of the level as possible. So, again, this is why we separated them. There was just no real possibility of us getting all 5 Minikits and all 3 challenges and the True Jedi and all in one. There's just no way. And the 10 minutes, because one of those challenges was 10 minutes or less. So we give him the old cha-cha, depleted the first meter, and then he is out of here. In fact, he takes off, and we are hot on his trail. Watch this. Like, you think you're getting away, bud? Not today. Although the game does sort of force us and stops us. It slows us down, if you will. And he deploys a bunch of droids to go ahead and slow us down. Now, watch. I think I do one giant butt slam on him, and then I keep on with the keeping on. Booyakashow. All right, as we continue, we find ourselves out on this big bridge, and this is when he takes off onto that elevator and deploys a couple of droid cuss. I actually try to bypass him and just run right by, but you'll see the elevator has like a timer on it, or maybe requires you to take out these 2 droid cuss before it comes back. Either way, you've got enough time to do it, so might as well do it. And you can see there, I got some extra band players in the back there. Anyways, all right, the elevator is back and going up. Go ahead and look at that. The guy's got the nice little elevator hat on and everything. Now we just need some music. All right, back to the run-in. Hopefully you got your running shoes on, because we, again, are off to the races. In fact, now we're out on the bridge where he's going to deploy his saber fan and try to blow us back. And you can see there's even droids attacking me from behind, but I am not worried about them at all. They actually get dealt with by my AI, which in this case was actually artificially intelligent, as opposed to a not-so-I, right? We see that plenty as well. Go ahead and get up close and personal, get your toggle on back and forth to go ahead and attack from the guy that's not being I don't know what, it's sort of a weird way to say it, but so the fan is not blowing in your direction, we'll say that. Eventually, we knock him down using the Force. He takes off and slams down a couple of really good butt slams there, and all of a sudden we've got ourselves a hippa to the hoppa. And we just don't stop. Really, like I said, I was kind of concerned that I wasn't going to be even close to getting this in under 10 minutes. But I also knew and remembered that when I played this level in the story, I actually accidentally got it. And I went back and redid it. So that was kind of my bad. Again, if I would have known that these time challenges were going to be as pesky as they are, we would have knocked those out in the story. And like I said, I did start recommending that towards the second half, or the last quarter, if you will, of the story series. But we've gone ahead and tried to, shoot you guys in the right direction as much as possible. And in this particular case, I feel like getting your run on is going to be the way to get it done. Now, lots of forceage using here. We got to place the fuse into place. We'll go ahead and do that and ride up the elevator again. Soothing. Now we're going to run right for him. Look at that. I was even running towards him before the scene ended there. It was sort of a cinematic scene. Not quite a cut scene, but a cinematic scene. And we bailed so fast that we were in front of it. And now, again, we're fighting up, locking up sabers here. We're going to go ahead and give him the cha-cha-cha-cha. And he's going to take off. Now, I actually am so hot on his trail here in a second that we get through one of those laser barrier walls. And I'm not supposed to. We're supposed to get stopped. And so I actually waste a few seconds like waiting for the door to open. But it turns out I bypassed the first one that opens, and I needed to use the fuse and lift him into place. So I figured that out here in a second once we get in there. But look, I am so hot on his trail. And I don't even have the second or third tier of the speed stuff upgraded. So you can see I actually made it through more than I was supposed to, or more than I had previously. Look at that. I snuck right on through that one too. Woo! All right, so now I'm just sitting here patiently waiting. And waiting. And waiting. And I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, fuses. Okay, we'll go ahead and do this. Again, I was not used to being that deep into the hallway here, and therefore I thought it was going to open up automatically for me. Go ahead and place the fuses into their sockets, and make your way into the next place here. And we're going to have to wait. Oh, that was easy. And then wait again. Okay, and booyakashow. So to solve this quickly, we're going to grab the blue, slap it into the leftmost blue spot, grab the red, bypass the blue spot. It's easy to put those lower ones. See, look, as I'm saying it, it happens. Go ahead and lift the yellow into the yellow. Pull the green out. Now, you have to remove the blue and put it into the one on the far left to access the green. And then you got to put the blue back. So just in case you had not figured that out yet, which I'm sure you have, this is free play. You guys have played it at least once and probably replayed it through and got the mini kits and 2 of the 3 challenges as well. But in this case, who knows? You never know. Everybody does it a little bit different. But look at this. We just now officially hit 6 minutes and we're in the final meter. And we're going to go ahead and give him the old cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. That's a crazy combo here, and we're getting paid. Now, hopefully you already got that true Jedi stud status, but it never hurts to get a few extra studs. And we're almost done here. Any guesses on what my final time is? You guys are too close. It's kind of cheating at this point, but feel free to drop me some comments on how long it took you. And just know that, 6 minutes and 30 seconds or so is right about how long it took me. So pretty easy. Got a couple minutes to spare. And here we are pulling back into Hoth yet again, as this will sort of be a familiar place every time we load into and exit a level, because this is where we got our data card for our preparing for free play. All right, we're going to quickly go over the final total stats yet one more time. We already got that true Jedi. Oh, look at this, though. We get that complete Maul-ing level challenge. As I was a little worried, it didn't pop up at the end of the level when I did it, but good for us. It is all good to go. We got that Darth Maul's Skimter? I don't know how to say that, so my bad. But we officially got level 3 Better Call Maul free play in our rear view mirror. And we are out of here. That's right. Go ahead and check us out on social media if you have not already. Please check out HappyThumbsGaming.com, the home of our trophy achievement guides and more. One last shout out to Tyler P for putting together all of the info that I am using to get these guides did. And of course, as for me, that's going to do it. As always, until next time.